Hello and welcome once again to Quick Shot Reviews, your dedicated movie channel for cheap shot entertainment. Today we're going to be reviewing the Brad Pitt film Bullet Train, directed by David Leitch. And I'll tell you, it was a brilliant film. It appeared in theatres on August the 5th. We went to go and see it pretty much straight away. And yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by this. Apparently, the director used to be a stunt coordinator, which explains a lot about this film. And he's now making a name for himself as a director, doing the high octane action films, and it's got plenty of other elements in there as well. It's got a bit of comedy, it's got the action, and it's got martial arts. It's got everything in it. It's just plain awesome. Um, really good film. But I'm going to go into the main part of the review very soon and take you through some things you will need to know and take into consideration to go and watch this film. But if you are watching, please do consider clicking the subscribe button. It does help us out loads as we strive for that 1000th subscriber. You can also join us on social media at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And yeah, just if you've seen the film, let us know and give us thoughts on your perception of this film. Critics have likened it to Tarantino. Yes, it has elements of that, but I feel like that is doing a disservice to this film. Tarantino has his style. Bullet Train is not completely different, but a very different style. But without further ado, let's go into the main part of the video and do your main part of the review. So, as I mentioned before, Bullet Train is directed by David Leitch and stars Brad Pitt, Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Brian Tyree Henry, amongst others, who I won't spoil. Um, a lot of these characters are fabulous. They're very different from each other. They play off one another. We follow 5 assassins on a train, been brought together by a single thing, which is a briefcase. You've seen the trailers, you all know this, that each one has something in common with the other. And the way it's set up is really good. And you'll find yourself wanting to know what the other characters in a very popular British TV programme are when it comes to human beings, because I really do. I'm really interested in it. And every time this particular character referenced this cartoon, I was like, that's brilliant. Brad Pitt, he's epic in this film. He really is. He's not done a bad film for a long time. He tends to choose and pick his films, and he still looks good, man. He can still do it, and I just find the concept of this assassin who's paid to kill people for money, just becoming a pacifist, and it's like, I want to go and meditate and all this kind of stuff. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Such a good concept, and I hope they sort of follow Brad Pitt's character Ladybug a bit more if they do a sequel. There was some post-credit scenes which I won't spoil for you, but no doubt you can find them somewhere on YouTube. But yeah, officially 5 assassins aboard a fast-moving bullet train. Obviously, that's in Japan. Find out their missions have something in common. like I say, it's about the briefcase. You've seen the briefcase in the trailer. I'm not going to spoil that one for you. Writers include Zach Olowitz and Kotaro Isaka. Again, makes sense that there'd be multiple people writing this one, as well as the director being a former stuntman himself. There is mild nudity, there is very severe violence, profanity is used, very mild drug and alcohol and smoking references. It is a fast moving, fun film that if you are a fan of if you're a fan of Tarantino, I'm going to say if you're a fan of Tarantino, this one will appeal to you. It really, really will. It is very different. It is a bit more fast paced, a lot more fast paced than a Tarantino film, which makes it different. It's set in the one place, which is the bullet train. Obviously, there's different cars, and the references to the culture of Japan are brilliant as well. But yeah, it is just a really, really fun movie. The soundtrack is absolutely fantastic as well, and all the time you you get this sense of something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. The dialogue is witty. The characters really bounce off each other, and it really pays. The camera is not shaky when it comes to the action sequences. CGI is used, but used sparingly, which I really appreciate. And the fact that I could keep up with it, it kept me laughing, it kept me going, and wanted to see more. It does suffer from the same problem as most modern films now. It could have been at least probably 30 minutes shorter, but I get it. There's a lot of setup here from the initial, which is straightforward. Oh, this person's doing this, and they're getting on the train. But then you start meeting the characters, and they start intertwining, and you start getting an idea of what's happening. And yeah, it is genuinely just a fantastic movie. Probably the best film that I've seen in 2022 so far. And I've seen quite a few films in 2022, and this one is right up there with the best. So, would I recommend you go and watch Bullet Train? Absolutely. Go and watch it, because simply it is just fantastic, and there is some cameos in this film that you would not expect. Some I had to look up, and it's like, oh yeah, that person's been in that film, and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool, because they hadn't been in many things, or they've been sort of lower key characters, some of them in some films. And yeah, it's about time they got their chance to shine. Or certainly one person hasn't been in a film for a good long while, but does a fantastic job, which is fantastic. It's just fun. It's just a fun film. So yes, I'd say go and watch this. Gives my cheap shot rating of go see it. Give your money to the cinemas. Go and get yourself settled in for a heck of a ride from start to finish, from station to station. This is one of the best action films I've seen for a long time, and there hasn't been many. Let's face it, they've all been rehashes of old things like Bad Boys and Terminator and things like that. So it's nice to see something a bit different, and that gets extra points for me as well. Anyway, that is the end of your quick shot review. They're not very much of a review really, but It's my thoughts, ramblings of a film fan. So if you have seen Bullet Train, please do get in touch with us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Leave us a comment down below the video or at the side of the video, depending on which device you are watching from. And yeah, start the conversation. This film is great. I will see you next time, film fans. Goodbye.